It's going to be called the Carnivore Shop No More Freezer Pantry Purge. So I love mason jars. And I'm going to show you something that I love about my mason jars. So let's see. This is a really cool grating mason jar lid. You just put on the size jar that you want, and then you take your Parmesan cheese and you just grate it right into the jar. So part of the freezer no shop challenge, it includes, if you'd like, a small amount of emergency funds. So I think we're going to try and limit ourselves, including what we buy for the 10-year-old, to $10 a week.
Sure.
Yeah, $10 a week for her to get milk and yogurt and things like that that aren't going to keep good for 3 months. And you know, that obviously it doesn't include like chicken food and dog food. I gotta buy those things because I don't have enough freezer space to store 3 months of dog food right now. So, all right, that's what I'm doing today. So that just took me a minute. I pretty much stopped right after I hit stop. And now you just take that off, put your other lid on, and you're done. So I've already done sprints 3 times this week, and I decided that I didn't want to do them today. And it's fine. It turns out we're going on a long trail walk. Sorry, it's freezing. It's really, really cold. With my daughter and her friend and our 2 golden retriever puppies. So it's good. I'm getting in exercise. It doesn't always have to be sprints, but I already did them 3 times this week, and that's my goal. So I'm happy with that. The other thing is I got up to 80 push-ups on the countertop, and I get bored even counting that high. So I decided it was time to try floor girl push-ups. So on my knees, but on the floor, on a mat. My daughter has a gymnastics mat. So I tried that yesterday, and for the first time since being an adult, I did 5 girl push-ups. So excited. And so today I tried it again. I did 5, and then I did 1 more. So I did 6. My daughter's like, Mom, why don't you just do the real ones now? I'm like, no. No, 1 day of 5 girl push-ups does not mean I can do real push-ups yet. But I will get there. I went from not being able to do any to being able to do 5 in like a month. So who knows, maybe in a month or 2 from now, I'll be able to do full push-ups on my toes. So we'll see. It's pretty exciting. We had fried chicken this morning. Fried chicken in tallow with egg yolk, egg white, egg yolk mixture, and crushed pork rinds. And they are delicious. That's one meal. A friend gave me some ground deer meat, so I will eat that today. We're just trying to get through like the very first fridge right now, so we haven't had to make anything crazy or weird yet. We're still just using up hamburger and chicken tenders and things like that. So I will keep you informed if we have any weird meals. So this is our fridge with our freezer. So this is kind of a fruit and vegetable and cheese and nuts area, which a lot of that's not carnivore, and like that bag of yolks, like things have gotten put in here, chicken nuggets. It's overflowing. So we've got shrimps, some like meats are up here. Oh, and our ice machine just completely fell down. So I've got some meat and livers and just other random things that we just have a lot to clean out of this small fridge. It would be nice to just keep the few things that we need to have convenient, but it gets a mess. So this is our food storage room. It's kind of messy up here, but this is our black freezer, and it has a lot of like the dog food, bags of chicken food, these popsicles, which nobody's eating because we're not eating that stuff. Got some bone broth and a lot of our logs of the brisket, the ground brisket, and other stuff in the bottom. I don't even know what all's in there, but so that one is about half full. This one is bigger. I think this is 7, and I think that one is 5. So once I thaw out the 5 pounds, I put them into 2-pound sizes. So there's a lot of hamburger in here. Some beef jerky that we made, homemade beef jerky. It's actually really good. A lot more hamburger, but I don't know what else is in the bottom. I ground up some chicken breasts, and my husband loves these. I'll have to film him making his favorite thing with that ground chicken because he loves it. And so there's just a lot of hamburger in here, so we can eat out of this one for a long time and get that hamburger down. I'm in the basement, and this is an upright freezer that my friend was giving away when she moved, and I'm like, I'll take it. So apparently that is full of deer hot dogs and some meat. I don't know the names of the cuts, but we also have a lot of fruit. So there's like a fruit shelf and a vegetable shelf, and then meat stuck everywhere else, and freezer jam that I made in 2020. Lots and lots of jam that I don't know when I'm ever going to use, and peppers, and from over a year ago. That things that need to get used up. Let's see, what even is that? I think those are peaches. So there's chicken there. It's a mess. There's a lot of food that we need to use up. Oh, and those are mozzarella sticks that we got a long time ago, and nobody's eating them. And over here, sorry, there's terrible lighting down here. This is another, we got bacon. And more dog food. And when I was making bread all the time, so I have like yeast, and we bought that for a party. And pumpkin puree that I made myself. Like all kinds of cool homemade things that I just don't eat anymore. So this was we used to raise rabbits for meat, so this was our rabbit freezer for a while. So I'm back upstairs, and we have a little mini freezer that somebody put on the side of the road and wrote on it, and that does not come off. I've tried. So this is where apparently we keep the ice cream and some of the little frozen meat, a bunch of butter, and the dog and cat food that's prepackaged. All right, so I came up with a name for the challenge. Have I told you yet? It's going to be called the Carnivore Shop No More Freezer Pantry Purge. It's like the title and the subtitle. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited. And I may be the only one doing it this year, which is fine. And I may be the only one that does it ever. But I love taking some time every year to kind of do this. We have way too much food in our freezers, and we need to get them purged. And I think it's a good skill to have, being resourceful, and so you have this week invented a new soup. Tell us about the soup you invented.
So it's a chicken chili, or a green chicken chili. So in the basement we have canned several items that worked out for this. It was actually 5 items. So it's canned chicken. So I think you took chicken tenders and canned them. which is just like canned chicken at the store, but
Yeah.
better. A pint of rabbit bone broth,
Which was already canned.
right? A quart of northern beans, a pint of salsa verde, salsa verde, which we canned.
tomatillo based.
Yeah.
Corn.
A quart of corn. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's five things.
You dumped all that in.
Yeah, dumped that all in, added salt, and then some adobo.
Chicken, bean broth, verde, and corn. Yeah, that's
so
fine.
5 things, and then, like I said, adobo, seasoning, and salt, and it's
So,
fantastic.
It's not carnivore, and I didn't eat any. I might have. I mean, I'm willing to taste it, but you also put like super hot peppers from the freezer.
Oh yeah, I had some
So
hot peppers
he's
in
more
the freezer.
keto, but you are. I mean, you're not eating tons of sugar. You're not eating bread. Like you're eating
Right.
stuff like that. So I'm really happy for you. Has your weight gone up or down?
Yeah, I've gone up a little bit since the challenge, but I've been sick too, so that's
He's been really sick all week.
yeah, still sick. So
Okay, so overall, how have we done this week in the freezer challenge?
the freezer challenge, we spent a little bit of money.
We've spent kind of it's backward on here. I'll put it on the right way. So we're going to go over all of the money that we spent. I had said I wanted to just spend $10 a week. We've already like spent a month and a half's worth of 2 months worth of groceries here, but I'm just going to keep doing 10. So I went and bought $1 of onions for his ear.
Right.
So it's like an Amish herbal remedy for earaches. We probably didn't do it soon enough. His eardrums burst. He's on antibiotics, all that stuff. So then the local place had bananas on sale for 29 cents a pound and for $8 for a huge case, a box. And our 10-year-old loves bananas in smoothies. So I can't pass up a good deal like that. So we bought a case of bananas and $3 extra more worth of bananas. So we failed twice because now there's a whole bunch more bananas
In the freezer.
in the freezer. Trying to clean the freezer out, and I just keep putting more stuff in. And then we ran out of hot dogs, and she will not eat deer hot dogs. Bless her little heart. But if she'll eat beef hot dogs, I'm going to be happy about that. So I had to go buy beef hot dogs, and I didn't know how much they were, and I bought too many, and now I have $30 of hot dogs. So I failed the shopping challenge, and they're now in the freezer. So, and then a friend of ours on Saturday called and said, I got another deer. We don't need this meat. Do you guys want the meat? Well, yes, I want the meat. So we're going to pay him $35 for his deer tag, and now we have more meat to put in the freezer. But we're going to turn that into bologna. It's like a summer sausage kind of thing, but
Right.
I'll do half sugar-free bologna for me, and we'll do half jalapeno cheese brats or something for him. So I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea. I think we could do better of actually getting stuff out of the freezer.
Yeah.
But he is using the pantry, getting creative. So all of that is good.
Yeah. Well, you've done a really good job of preparing and making a lot of things, canning a lot of things. So I have
And that wasn't
variety to
even
choose
this
from.
year. That was
That's been a couple of years.
yeah, like 2
in the
summers
making.
ago.
And I know we've got I've got some paneer in the freezer that I'll make some Indian food with. Probably the next couple of days to get rid of some things in the freezer, and we got some more stuff downstairs that I can mix with that for rice. And,
Oh, there is something we're out of.
what's that?
Did you just say rice?
Yeah, we do have these pre-made rice packets that we had bought.
Well, I just don't tell me.
Or maybe I won't use rice. I'll use some cauliflower as my rice.
We're experimenting
and,
with fermenting cauliflower right now.
And then we've got little packets, I think, from Costco a couple years ago of like Indian pockets of food. They have lentils or chickpeas.
We have so much food storage, you guys.
Yeah.
So much. But so today, well, I did one good thing today is I am pressure canning 40 pounds of hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 40 pounds of meat out of the freezer that we'll then put back in brats from deer. But we'll have like another week so we can get more stuff out of the way. Because I can I can can another 40 pounds of the hamburger.
Right.
Part of the reason that I have to can right now is because we have so many jars on the shelf that like our shelves are just overflowing. So you keep bringing up the jars and we're emptying them, and now I'm trying to refill them. One thing we're running out of is bone broth.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to go buy bones and make bone broth because you use that multiple times a day and I use it to put in the dog and cat food. So we'll put it under the dog and cat food budget. Maybe that won't count.
Yeah.
Because I am buying the dog and cat food and I'm not counting that against our home groceries. I just do not have the space right now to keep that much meat. They go through a lot of meat. That's a lot. Yep. All right, so I think we're doing great. And if anyone else is doing this with me, even if you're just doing one day, can I go without shopping for one day? If that's where you're at,
try a week.
Try a week. Try a week. Let me know how it's going. I'm really curious.
Yeah.
All right.
That's cool.
All right. So for part of my challenge today, this whole thing is a 5-pound log. I am canning 4 of those 5-pound logs in the pressure canner. So a quart jar is going to need a teaspoon of salt. You boil up the hamburger, put it in your jars, put it in the pressure canner, and you're going to can it for 90 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. So that is one way to clean out your freezer during this challenge. Here is 40 pounds of hamburger out of my freezer and completely shelf stable. So you can see they're still bubbling. So we have to wait until tomorrow. I'm not going to touch them again until tomorrow, and then I'll see if they all sealed. I did not use fresh lids. These are all used lids. So I'm going to try and learn and see if they seal. Thank you for watching that video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. See you later.